Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Booking the Fan. This is for Nicole Beth. I'm doing Nicole Beth because she's one of my subscribers. She's been really friendly, she's been really nice and caring, and I do care and respect for her. Do care and have respect for her. I always mess my words up when I'm trying really hard to say someone's name right, and I always say her name backwards a lot of times. Now I've been doing better, but when it comes to Nicole, I always got angry because I never said her name right. And this, Nicole, I'm hoping to make up for that because this is a Booking the Fan on you. Now, if just for Nicole, I want to leave it as a surprise, and I didn't want to grab your thumbnail, your image of your own YouTube page. I would have to ask permission to do that. And I didn't want to do that because one, maybe you might not want to do that. You may feel uncomfortable about it. And two, I wanted this to be a surprise. So this is Booking the Fan on you. Now I had to think of what I wanted to do here. I saw your picture on your own page. And you're a very pretty lady. But then I have to think, what would I book you as? How would I book you? I don't want to book you as a Naomi. I don't want to book you as a Tamina. I definitely don't want to book you generally as a Paige or the boss, Sasha Banks. It's got to be someone totally different that we have not seen in a long time. Now, I don't know what field of work you're in. And I'm hoping that I didn't actually nail nail your actual job. But I decided, because of someone I always loved when I was young, and that was Brutus the Barber Beefcake. This guy was just over the top crazy, and I loved what he used to do as a barber. I loved the barber shop. I loved when he cut the people's hair off. So in this case, Nicole, I chosen to make you a Brutus the Barber Beefcake offshoot. This is how it would go. You would come out in NXT, and not saying you'd be dressed as Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I say that you would be dressed similar to, if anyone had seen FCW and Naomi when she first started out as Naomi Knight, I feel that that would be the best clothing for you. Simple and direct, but still cute. Your style of, it's hard not to use Naomi as your style, and a little bit of Becky Lynch. I really want to give you some type of different type of style. Now, I could use Sasha, of course, and that sounds like the best person to use. But Becky is unusual because she is a European wrestler. I wanted to give you something extra. Having Naomi's high-flying ability and ground and pound grappling is good, but I wanted to give you more of a European feel. Now, if anyone has seen the booking for Sarah Hyde, I actually use the Sasha Banks and the, what was her name? I can't believe I'm blanking. Bailey. I don't know why I blanked on Bailey. I combined those two together. In this case, I want to combine the high-flying moves of a Naomi Knight and the groundwork of an American ground type of wrestling, but I wanted to combine that as well with European wrestling. I wanted to give you a mixed kind of martial art of wrestling. So that's the way I would do it. Your name would be RB Styles. The Belle from Hell. That is who you are. You go through NXT, you build your character, and then you come on the main roster on a Raw, like around the 1 hour mark, that they announce you. They say, coming from, let's say, from the southern part of the United States, NB Styles, the Belle from Hell, and you come down. And I don't really know what beat, it's hard to think what would be the best music for you. It's kind of hard to pin down what would be the best kind of music for you. I could say a little bit of gospel because the New Day have done pretty well with "It's a New Day, yes it is." I thought that would be kind of good, but yeah, it's kind of hard to want to copy off of someone, and I don't want to do that. Especially someone recent. If you're going to copy someone, it should be someone older. So I thought the best music that might be helpful might be the Junkyard Dog's music. You would never forget that music. That is something that everyone loved of Junkyard Dog. I said doll. Of Junkyard Dog. And I would basically book that music for you. And this is who you are. The Belle from Hell is a woman who doesn't take nothing from nobody. She's a woman that understands what she wants. She's a woman who has gone through the hair industry and knows how the style of women are supposed to be. And this is how your style would be. You would be the type of woman that would have worked in a salon and tell someone, and you'll be a very good hair salonist, this is how your hair should be. This is how your hair should be. This is terrible. You tell everybody how bad their hairstyle is. You actually wait until you see a Alicia Fox and you say, oh my God, girl. And this is how it would be. Your opening match would be with Alicia Fox. You grab yourself a mic. She'd already been waiting in the ring. You say, oh my God, girl, you need some help. But that's why the Belle from Hell, the stylist, NB Style is here. I am going to rearrange your life because I'm going to give you a style that you'll never forget. And you basically wrestle her using European grapple wrestling mixed with some high flying and sometimes a little bit of American wrestling to really confuse her game. She doesn't know how to deal with someone who has a mixed wrestling background like that. Your finishing move, it has to be something very special. And I was thinking, what would be the best type of move for you? And in this case, going back to Harley Race, you use a high knee to the face. Kind of like how a CM Punk would do the GTS, the go to sleep baby. This is what I would book for you, that you would run at her, give her a straight knee to the face. A high knee knocks her out cold, and you pin her 1, 2, 3. But it's not over there then. What you're going to do then is that at the very edge of where you had taken off your jacket, because you would be dressed as a Naomi Knight from FCW generally, but you would have a nice long coat. Really, a nice long white coat showing how pure you are. And you would have a little toolkit that when you open it up, you got some nice scissors out. You know where I'm going. You went and clipped off her long, luscious hair and made her a shorty. You gave her a short haircut. You literally, as your opening match, shortened her hair. Her hair would be this long. You would cut that sucker off. Then you asked for a mic and said, girl, I have now changed your life. Now you're going to be able to actually get a man, especially with that skinny little butt of yours. You don't need to thank me. I did it because I care. You drop the hair on her chest. You drop the mic. You grab your jacket and your toolkit and you're gone. And this is how I would book you for many months. But you would not cut off huge amounts of hair of every woman there. Every time when you wrestled them, if they didn't beat you, if you didn't beat them and take a little lock of their hair, that's what Brutus the Barber Beefcake used to do. He'd have a pair of scissors, he'd take a small lock of their hair and he would show it and throw it away. That is what you generally do. And unless they run because they don't want to lose their hair, you beat them. And right when you're about to cut off their hair, they run anyway because they know how dangerous you are. But here's something extra. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, just like Chris Jericho, just like Roddy Piper, they had their own television time segment. You would as well. And the best name is an obvious name. You would have the Salon's Time, or The Salon by NB Styles. You could come up with a better name. It's kind of hard to come up with a good name for a show. You could call it The Late Night Salon. There you go. The Late Night Salon with NB Styles. You would not only bring in men, you would bring in women. You would actually, if you were in a mood, cut their hair properly. Sometimes the men would want you to cut their hair properly. Sometimes the women. Or you would basically let the two groups feud with each other. you would basically do a better job than Ms. TV at this time, because Ms. TV sucks beyond all hell. But you would make it very, very clear that your show does not play around. You don't pander to the crowd. You get the hard-hitting mess done. And if you don't like it, you beat up on the women, or you beat up on the men. And something you don't normally do with men. Either if you can't beat up a man, you'll have a man there with you, which I thought for you would be Biggie Langston. He's a big guy. He likes to screw around and joke around. He would be the man as your backup muscle when you can't handle a man and knock him down, because, not saying you're a big woman, but you're a good wrestler that can take on a man. And this is how I will book you. And instead of going after the Divas title, you would go after the US title. Now, I didn't do that for Sarah Hyde, but I thought for you it would be different. I wanted you to be special as the American hairstylist, the greatest stylist in the world. The Belle from Hell should be raising hell as the US champ. And Biggie Langston helps you to do it. You will be the first woman in history to win the US championship. And who would you actually go up against? It would be Sin Cara. Now, I thought of using Kalisto, but in this case, I wanted Sin Cara, because Sin Cara, at the original Hunico, he isn't that bad, and I really believe he would be able to put you over. He's not a really big guy. He's somewhere in between. He does have good in-ring work to a certain extent when he does it right. And you would get that title from him at Elimination Chamber. Biggie Langston would be by your side. Hunico Sin Cara would be in the ring. And it would be Kalisto on the outside, because Lucha Dragons would be back together, because at this time Sin Cara is hurt. You would be there going up against each other, and you would be using your European American mix wrestling style with high flying, and you would kick his ass, and you would be the first woman to win the US title. No one's ever won it before. No woman, as far as I know, has ever won that title, and you'd be the first. But this is how I would book you in 2016. So I really hope you enjoyed this booking. A fan of Nicole Beth, please give me a comment below. Nicole, if you don't like this, I'm sorry. I really tried to make it as interesting and as fun as possible. And if I actually didn't nail your job as a hairstylist, I know people are hairstylists. They work their asses off. They do good work. And I believe you're one hell of a good lady. You have a good day and have a good night. Peace!